Mashuri Masharia here on another installment of CNN 10, and on this fine Thursday, we'll be dedicating our show to the man on the $20 bill, Andrew Jackson. Our first story is his famous triumph in the Great Battle of New Orleans. With a motley crew of 7,000 sailors, General Jackson led this group against 8,000 seasoned British veterans. The cocky British made a frontal assault. However, they were met with cannons and rifles. This victory resounded throughout America like a great bell. Not only did we gain honor, but we also gained boosted nationalism and self-confidence. Jackson was regarded as a hero and celebrated for years after. And this also helped in his presidential election in 1820 as well. During his presidency, Jackson gave way to the Trail of Tears. We'll give you to Ian Wadenius for more info on this gruesome subject.
Thanks, Mashuri. Ian Wadenius here on the scene of the Trail of Tears on this hot and musty day. Andrew Jackson has made a crazy and controversial act by removing and relocating the Native Americans. This had been done through Andrew Jackson signing the law of the Indian Removal Act. This would relocate all Native Americans west of the Mississippi River in exchange for homeland in the southern east. This harsh travel west of the relocated Native Americans led to a suffrage and exposure, disease, and starvation. This signing of the act was a very controversial call by Andrew Jackson, led to the many Native Americans without homes and a terrible journey to the west, and what we now call the Trail of Tears. And as you see, west, the Trail of Tears continues.
10-second trivia. Which part of the U.S. Constitution gives Congress the power to collect income taxes? The Preamble, the Bill of Rights, the 16th Amendment, or the 24th Amendment? The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes on incomes is the text of Amendment 16.
Hello, I'm back here with more news on Andrew Jackson. This time, it's about the suggestion of his removal on the $20 bill. They would replace Andrew Jackson with Harriet Tubman, who's a civil rights leader and an armed scout and spy. This replacement would be the first African-American lady to be on American currency, but also would take out the hard-headed and great leader, Andrew Jackson. Now back to Mashuri Masharia with 10 out of 10.
Our CNN 10 out of 10 today is on the Bank of the United States, which Andrew Jackson hated so much. The so-called money monster was a central bank that held the ability to print paper currency and was partly owned by the federal government. Ever since it was created, Andrew Jackson loathed the idea of the Bank of the United States. Jackson believed it held too much power as it was able to print money and which had a value dependent on the health of the bank. Since the bank was privately owned, investors had a great influence on the national economy. So when Henry Clay tried to push for its recharter, President Jackson put his iron fist down and said no. This veto was based on the fact that Jackson thought the bank was unconstitutional, which implied that the president had power to 2/3 the vote in Congress. Well, Jackson had a 20 out of $20 hindsight, and once he was kicked out of office, you could see his trail of tears running all the way down an old hickory-filled road. I'm Mashuri Masharia, and I'll see you next time on CNN 10.